Do you think that people are starting to overlook the WEC guys once again? You know, that you guys can still, you're still just as good as when you first came over to the UFC?
You know, it's been a while, so all the WC guys have been around for a while. Some of them are starting to retire and stuff. So, but you know, the reason I think that we had so much success is we were almost like a feeder league in a way that people always made us feel like we were B class to the UFC, even though we were lighter guys. I always had to explain how, like, maybe you'll get an Ultimate Fighter one day or something. I'd be like, look, I fight in the WC. I'm already at the top of the divisions. But what it did is that we were on a slightly smaller scale. We did all the same media. We did everything the same that the UFC was doing. And then when we got brought over to the UFC, we were already comfortable. The only thing that changed was the color of the mat. So we had a running start, and so we took off. And all the guys come in, and after that, they get the first fight UFC jitters and stuff like that. We were like, finally, we were more than ready. So I feel like that's why we had so much success.
일단 뭐 엄청 인기가 많을 거라고 생각은 하진 않았지만 메인 넘버링 메인 카드이기 때문에 그래도 많은 관심이 있을 거라고 생각했습니다.
I didn't think I'd be this popular, but since I'm part of the main card, I expected there to be some hype, but I didn't know it would be this much.
저 지금 체급 패더급에서 누구랑 싸워도 에드가 선수나 뭐 멘데스 선수, 알도 선수 누구랑 싸워도 다 이길 자신 있는데 지금 알도가 챔피언이기 때문에 알도랑 싸우고 싶습니다.
I know there are great fighters within my division, like Edgar and Aldo and those guys, but because Jose Aldo is the champion, I would like to fight him next.
Just off what you said there about the jitters and stuff like that, he mentioned, or your opponent mentioned, that this is all new to him. You know, never having this much media responsibility, probably will have never fought in front of a crowd as big or as loud as what this is going to be on Saturday. Do you think this is where you have the advantage? You've been here, you've done that, you've bought the ticket. It's just another Saturday night for you.
Yeah, definitely. I've also made the mistake before of trying to ignore the pressure and pretending it didn't exist and going out there and fighting flat and getting my butt kicked. And I've learned that the jitters are, it's just the nerves of something big coming, and it's your choice whether I'm going to take that and turn it into fear, or I'm going to turn that into excitement and determination. And I choose to make that excitement and determination. So I feel like after all these years, I'm smarter, and I know exactly what I need to do to turn on and get in there and do what I got to do.
이제 궁금해합니다. 한 말씀 해주시죠.
물론 뭐 그래플링이나 레슬링을 보여드릴 수도 있지만 사실 그건 팬들이 원하는 경기가 아니라고 생각합니다. 네. 강력한 타격가인 스완슨 선수를 맞이해서 저도 강력한 타격으로 맞서겠습니다.
Yes, it is possible that I can show off some grappling and some wrestling, but I don't think that's what fans want. Swanson is a great stand-up guy, and I would fight the fire with fire.
And finally, you see a lot of fighters towards maybe the end of their careers, their fighting style changes, they want to conserve their health, they just don't fight maybe with the same sort of ferocity that they used to. You are a guy that doesn't seem to live by that, and it seems like this opponent is going to be the one that brings that back out in you more than ever.
Yeah, well, hopefully, you know, it's another quick knockout like the Oliveira fight last time I was here in Toronto, but I'm expecting him to be a game opponent. And the one thing that I've always done is, I know this about myself, and that's why I've had to question before taking fights if this is what I want to do. And it's because when I'm backstage and I'm mentally prepping, something comes out of me, and I just kind of change into that killer. And I know that I may break my hands, I know that I may break bones, but I'm just going to keep going out there and do what I do. And the more I get hit, the more I'm like, I'm not going to let this guy show I'm hurt or anything like that. You know, when I fought Max, I had a broken jaw and a broken hand almost the whole fight. And I fought 3 rounds, you know, because that's just what's in me. And, you know, after the fight, you start to think, like, maybe that wasn't the smartest plan, but I know that when I'm in there, I'm going to give it everything I got. And I feel like the fans appreciate me for that.
자기 자신을 믿고 자기가 훈련한 걸 믿고 자기가 케이지에 올라가서도 잘할 수 있을까라는 게 아니라 잘할 수 있다는 걸 믿으면 무조건 그렇게 된다고 생각합니다.
So I believe in myself, but more than that, you cannot ask yourself whether I can do well in the octagon. What you have to say to yourself is, I will do well in the octagon, and that's going to come true.
And one final thing, something that's happened Korean fighters in the past is the military service. When is he expecting to serve it, or when would he like to do it? Is he going to put it off for a couple of years and focus on fighting, or get it out of the way now?
Okay. 아시겠지만 한국 남자라면은 이제 2년 동안 군대를 다녀오셔야 되는데 몇 살 때쯤 다녀올 계획을 가지고 계신지, 그리고 또 만약에 가게 되신다면은 어떻게 거기에서 계속 트레이닝을 하실지 아니면은 그냥 쉬고 오실지 궁금해합니다.
뭐 군대는 크게 생각을 아직은 하지 않고 있는데 그냥 가고 싶을 때 그냥 가야겠다 싶을 때 갈 것 같아요. 그냥 그럴 것 같고 아직 한 3년 정도 남았는데 뭐 3년 뒤에가 될 수도 있고 그런 것 같습니다. 그냥 가서도 훈련할 수 있으니까 그렇게 할 것 같아요.
I try not to think about it so much, and I got about 3 years to play around. So it is possible that I go to the military in 3 years. But if I get to go, then I know I can continue training within the military base. So I'm gonna do that.